Namaste, welcome back to Work Your Light. Thank you so much for being here. So I somehow got the insight that there are two subjects that need to be talked about, or yeah, that's how I get it. So I would say I would like to draw two cards, one for each subject, and then maybe getting some clarification if necessary, is what they say, if necessary. So the first point that needs to be addressed, this is how they pointed, needs to be addressed to the collective is the first of Temperance, yeah. And the second card is the Moon, wow. So as you can see, those are two major arcana cards. In the back of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is a synchronicity to me, like absolutely. So let's talk first about the Temperance card. So you can see in this Temperance card, she is having like 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground, which is simply talking about us really doing our best to stay in balance, which is actually the Six of Pentacles also talking about. It's saying as within, so without. Okay, so the Moon card, they're bringing up the Moon card because the Moon is the hidden. It's to me, absolutely, the Moon is to me 12th house energy. I don't know, it's like the unknown or things that we don't talk about. I think this is where they want to get, because I've been reflecting a lot about like which planets I do have in my birth chart in the 12th house, and what are the things that I'm usually not maybe talking about, and that maybe I'm not allowing myself to be more authentic about. But the point is, if I would like to be authentic, you know, this is the authenticity that we are expressing outside. This is the equal give and take. People really appreciate other human beings being authentic, even though it may not seem sometimes like that. But in the end, everybody's just like, you know, trying to normalize being authentic in order to not only show others, but also ourselves where we are currently standing. But in order to really be authentic, we need to be in the Temperance position, like really knowing when to fill my own cup. Figuring out when to fill my own cup, because the times that we are going through currently, you know, those voices, those negative voices, this is like very much beautifully put here in the imagery, like something dark is coming from behind, and it's in the middle of the night, and this is like very much about anxiety and hidden emotions and hidden suppressed anger. Okay, now anger is, in the previous reading I've been talking about, like that anger is absolutely a point that needs to be addressed. Teal Swan actually made a beautiful video about it, or like a short video, where she was saying that in society it's very interesting to see that people that are getting angry or that are showing expressions of anger are the bad ones. And this is how we have been taught to deal with anger. You see, so we are the bad ones if we show emotions. That's like widely expressed or widely explained how we can break it down to, you know. So this is what we're currently learning, you know. Not only dealing with our anxiety, but also then, you know, and this is the Six of Pentacles. If we're not dealing with our anxiety, we will then maybe expressing outwardly our anger, which is basically something that I would never advise you to suppress. If you're angry, let it out. Like for real, let it out. Just in this kind of way. Doesn't mean like, oh yeah, everything is fine. No, if you want to shout, shout. If you want to, I don't know, just, to be honest, I've had anger issues in my childhood, and later when I was grown up, when I wasn't able to deal with my emotions, I felt the need to break something, or to I don't know, to destroy something or something like that. My anger never I was never letting out my anger towards other people. That's what I was always dealing with it by myself. And the way how I'm communicating now when I'm talking about myself, how I have been dealing with anger, really makes me feel like I'm getting into the fields, into the emotions, and this is really, I can feel it low-key. This is affecting my speech and how I communicate, and I feel like internally I feel like I'm starting to stutter when I start being my authentic self. You know, that's authentic. In the end, this is authenticity. So the new moon in Gemini, in general, Gemini to me is also very much about authenticity, being very outspoken. So Temperance card is really reminding us to fill our own cup. This is really the first thing to do, because otherwise we would deal with anxieties. And I'm currently having exactly this topic in my life. And I can tell you, it's triggering, you know. We have all of these triggers low-key within us. And it's currently very easy to be triggered. And meanwhile, having to not only face those triggers, and which are very loud, you know, and then in addition to that, getting kind of used to approaching those triggers. Because yeah, we have been dealing with those triggers like our whole life. That's right. But as I said in the previous video, the more layers you're peeling away from yourself, the more news you see, you know, the more new use you need to get to used to, or you are integrating a new version of yourself. And sometimes it absolutely means to, maybe we see something that we really don't like to see about us because we thought we actually are like that. And when you see this, it's not really you, it is an aspect of you. But it is an aspect that is simply there because you have had traumatic life experiences, not only in this lifetime. As you know, I am absolutely all about reincarnation and living on many timelines. Absolutely. But exactly that's the point. You know, just we are feeling it right now because we are really clearing a very huge collective karma, and that sometimes pains. But know that this is an aspect of you. This is not the whole you. You decide who you are. It is up to you whether you want to stay in this character, you want to keep on playing this character, or you want to switch the character. Yeah, it may take some time to adjust to the vibration of the new character. But the biggest part of you, what is you, what actually what you are made of. This is not just your flesh and bones. This is like it's like way more than just that. But all of this is currently clearing out a lot of stuff. And it was always you. It was always for you to be it. It was always there for you to be it. Now we got it right, okay? So, exactly. Yeah, you have in the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords showing up. Anxieties. Yes. But, I mean, doesn't it? If you keep on listening to other light workers or other people, it doesn't mean that you don't need to call yourself a light worker to be self-reflected or to really work on your inner healing. It's like, that's just a label, you know, just leave it out, okay? But I think many of you are currently feeling all of these emotions. And isn't it actually a beautiful thing to see it maybe from a different point of view where you are currently at? I mean, I've been watching a video about with Dolores Cannon where she maybe many of you know that she has been the founder of, she was like the founder of QHHT, which is quantum hypnosis healing technique. I think I think I put it in the right order, where she's making past life regressions in order to heal some blockages that you may have. And she was saying like, she just heard people saying like, well, I've seen this moment when I was dying, and I went over to like the non-physical realm, and I realized like this whole life was just a game. This whole life was just a game. It's just a game where we are all playing characters, and we're just here to learn from each other. We're actually here to support each other. But the point is like, meanwhile, you know, in the process of it all, we still need to find that exactly thing, and finding out that we are way more than what we think we are. And yeah. So is there anything else? And I see a 9. Not a no, I see a 9. So yeah. As I said, do something that brings you joy, because this is the opposite of the 9 of Swords. Very important. If you see any opportunity for you to have fun, take it. If you see the opportunity for you to stand up for yourself, but standing up for yourself, not from an avoidance or trying to, not from an avoidance point of view, or trying to avoid something or trying to reject something or something like that, this is not going to help. First of all, face your own stuff. Then you can get out and talk about it, or maybe also get into a situation where you can clear things out with other people. But first of all, you need to know where you are standing, where you currently are, and where you want to head to. And then you're ready to have a good talk with someone else about certain things. Okay? This is the Temperance card. Okay? Because getting into balance in order to then clear things out and getting things done in a balanced way, that's important right now. You know, we are closing out Mercury retrograde. That's why it's like it's triggering, you know, because we have the moon, the hidden and the unknown, and this is also a message. This is also a message that is coming through very, very strongly. Embracing the unknown. This is where our fears are stemming from, because we are so conditioned to get everything in check, to try to control everything and everyone around us in order to not feel this anxiety. But that's not what it's all about. Right now, it's all about knowing that we try to avoid something and facing it, and not bashing ourselves for that. That's important. But you know me talking about that, just like, don't bash yourself for maybe not being ready right now, or what else. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate you coming back. And of course, I am so grateful for you guys' comments. Thank you. I'm so grateful for having like these 3-4 people that are constantly kind of building me up. Constantly, whenever I'm making a video, you guys are really here and leaving a heart or a beautiful comment, and I'm so appreciative. I'm so glad and grateful for your support. Absolutely, it's really arriving, and I'm very happy about that. And thank you so much for being here. So wishing you a great weekend. Yeah. And see you in the next one. Namaste.